I'm Jnaps MMA. This is my recap and breakdown of UFC Noche or UFC 306, Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili, and there's a lot to talk about. I wanted to get into the production aspect first because obviously this was not worth no $16 million or $20 million. In the main event where they were showing us like the history lesson or Mexico or whatever, sure, fine, that was cool. I don't know what Easter eggs were you gonna find from there, but Dana White was glazing that up for some reason. But there was like weird vibrations, and the lighting really kind of sucked for the Raul's Rosas fight with Qileng, and award-winning cameraman to just zoom in on two big ass screens and like in the prelims, and then they'll show us an outside shot of the sphere, which was kind of cool or whatever. This wasn't no $16 or $20 million production, bro. I do give them this, the main card, them showing the fighters on the big screen for the tail of the tape was really cool, but overall, man, this wasn't something like crazy or whatever. I don't know what Dana White was glazing about, and there's a lot to talk about, so let's get on with these fights. First fight of the night, we have Raul Rosas versus Qileng. I picked out Raul Rosas to win this fight, and then the first round he does get the takedown, gets on Qileng's back, and he tries to get the rear naked choke, but he doesn't get it. And whatever, he just finishes getting top mount to end the round. And the second round is more, Qileng's kind of fight, him working on the feet. Him and Rosas were both swinging back and forth, but Rosas' striking is little, it sucks. Let's be honest, Rosas' striking sucks. But in the third round, Rosas gets a takedown and starts landing some knees on the body on the ground. He gets mount and just stays on top for the entire round. Qileng couldn't really get up. It's kind of really a boring performance from Rosas. I did love how he got the crowd to say Chihuahuas, but then he was asking for 50 G's and a ranked opponent when you didn't even get a finish. What Dana White's gonna give you is like 50 pesos to to take back to Mexico, my guy, when you visit it. But whatever, a decent win for Raul Rosas. But on to the next fight of the card. We have Edgar Chairez versus Joshua Van. I picked Joshua Van to win this fight. This was a really exciting fight, actually. Edgar Chairez was just spamming leg kicks in the first round, and he was landing really good. Van obviously landed his jab, some good jabs and hooks, but Chairez kind of won that first round off his leg kicks, and he was kind of just more active on the feet. But in the second round, though, Van was just throwing some big meaty hooks, body shots that looked like it was going to end the fight. But then Chairez lands a spinning back fist that lands on Van, and Van goes for a takedown. He does let him back up later in the round, but Chairez lands again that hurts Van, and Van goes for another takedown. And honestly, it was 1-1 going into the third round. But then Van gets multiple takedowns in the third round, and he just stays on top, landing good ground and pound, and Van wins this fight on short notice, man. Really good win for him. And that's when the sphere really got kicked off, bro. It was really good. This fight right here was really good and got the sphere going. On to the next fight. We have Yazmin Jaregui versus Ketlen Souza. I picked Jaregui to win this fight, and after both women hit each other with a vag shot or a clit shot, whatever you want to call it, Souza lands a big meaty hook, a left big meaty hook that drops Jaregui's, and she jumps on that rear naked choke, and Jaregui goes out. She goes to sleep. And I always usually go for the lesbian, but I was like, you know what, Jaregui's might have more experience, and after seeing Natalia Silva beat Andrade, even though, whatever. She beat Andrade, I was just like, man, I don't want to go for the lesbian here. But I should have gone with what I always go with. Lesbians in WMMA always will get the win. But great win by Souza, and that's 2 tacos down. On to the next fight. We have my boy Manuel Torres versus Ignacio Bahamondes. Obviously, they picked my boy Manuel Torres, man. In the first round, Bahamondes lands a straight right while leaning back. That drops Torres. It was super clean, but Torres somehow survived it. But then Bahamondes lands the same thing, a nice lean back and just straight right or left, I forgot what it was, and drops him again, and the ref steps in to win the fight. Torres was just really keeping his hands down. Like, that's one of his flaws. He keeps his hands down in most of these fights, and he does get dropped sometimes, or he gets tagged. But he's a really dangerous fighter. But Ignacio Bahamondes, man, he's nasty. His length, he uses his length and his reach really good. And, when you have your hands down like that, that's going to be the end result for you. Great win for Ignacio Bahamondes, and that's 3 burritos down, man. 3 burritos down. On to the next fight. We have featured prelim. Irene Aldana versus Norma Dumont. I picked Aldana in the first round, and Dumont was spamming leg kicks while Aldana was just trying to land something, but Dumont did a really good job of landing and mixing it up, with the left hook. In the second round, Dumont does a good job mixing it up even more. She's still landing the same leg kick, and she's just really throwing more than Irene Aldana. She had more output than Aldana. But a head clash eventually lands, and it cuts up a humongous gash on Irene Aldana's head. Like, look at the blood, bro. That was some Michael Myers type of shit right there. And that was pretty much the story in the third round as well. Irene Aldana just really had nothing for Norma Dumont. Dumont was just tagging her on the feet, cutting her up, bro. Like, Irene Aldana's face is, like, I don't know, sensitive, but she was just getting cut all over the place. She got cracked like a taco, man. She was just, salsa leaking everywhere. It just looked like a whole menstrual cycle. And Dumont was just there, just destroying her on the feet. But great win by our baby girl, Norma Dumont. That booty was looking good, girl. Gotta love it. Dumont's just on the rise now, and probably gonna fight a higher opponent now than Irene Aldana. And Irene Aldana, this is like her downfall for real, dude. It's just her real downfall right now. But that's 4 quesadillas down, man. 4 quesadillas down. These Mexicans were getting rung up like Taco Bell, man. That shit was crazy. On to the next fight of the card. Main card. We have Ronaldo Rodriguez versus Osbourne. I picked Rodriguez to win this fight, but in the first round, Osbourne drops Rodriguez, and Osbourne was so close to getting the finish. He had the arm triangle in, but he couldn't get it. But, Rodriguez survives, and he gets on top and stays there the whole first round. In the second round, Rodriguez went for a takedown, and Osbourne tries to go for a guillotine. But whatever, Rodriguez and Osbourne go into some crazy scrambles, crazy grappling exchanges, and whatever. It got to a point where Rodriguez was just, hooks in, and Osbourne was just looking tired. He couldn't get up, he couldn't get out of the hooks, the leg hooks, couldn't get out of the rear naked choke or whatever, and they kind of stayed there the entire round. And in the third round, Osbourne does a good job controlling the striking, but Rodriguez is just spamming wheel kicks, spinning wheel kicks, and Aori does go for a takedown, and he does stay on top for a bit, but then he pulls guard, bro, and that's where he messed up here. He pulls guard, Rodriguez gets on top. He did not land a single strike when he was on mount. Like at the end of that third round, he didn't land anything. But 29-27 for Rolando Rodriguez, I don't even know how. Maybe that second round, dude, but it's not like he killed Ode Osbourne or did anything, bro. But they robbed Ode Osbourne for a win because all these Mexicans were getting cracked like a hard shell tortilla or a hard shell taco. But I'm not mad. I got my pick right. So, you know, great win for Rolando Rodriguez, man. And sad that Ode Osbourne got robbed. On to the next fight of the card. This was the fight of the night. And they did win fight of the night. Performance bonuses went out to Ketlen Souza and I forgot who else. But Daniel Zellhuber versus Esteban Ribovics, baby. Oof, this was a great battle. I picked Daniel Zellhuber in the first round. Both guys are throwing good body shots and hooks, but Ribovics was landing like the more significant strikes, even though he was the shorter like opponent and he had the shorter reach. But you know, both guys are still throwing. But in round 3, this is where it got juicy. Zellhuber lands a nasty elbow that drops Ribovics, but he recovers quickly. He gets up, and Ribovics lands a left, and then Zellhuber was just hurt, and Ribovics just started going crazy, landing big meaty hooks, nasty uppercuts, body shots. Zellhuber then finally landed back at the end. But man, that was just Ribovics' round, and he was just going crazy trying to finish Zellhuber. And at the end, it was just a great win by Esteban Ribovics, man. He is legit. That dude is legit, bro. To beat a lengthy opponent like that with a nasty reach, man, he's legit. Zellhuber is a puss. Dude, like, the eye pokes, come on, man. Like, that shit gotta stop. Like, and Jason Herzog is a little bit too nice too, man. Like, he should have taken away a point, bro, or done something. Like, he just gave him a hard, stern warning because, dude, he had his fingers out the entire fight, and eventually he literally, and I feel like this was intentionally because, bro, you literally see Zellhuber's thumb like jab into Ribovics' eye. And I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, stop cheating out here, bro, when you're getting smacked up. But great win by Esteban Ribovics, and that's 5 chimichangas down, bro. The Mexicans were just not good tonight. A whole card revolved around them, and they were just losing one after the other, man. But on to the next fight of the card. We have probably, my favorite right here, Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopes. You know who I went for. Diego Lopes, baby. That's my dog right there. Diego Lopes almost gets the finish on Ortega with a big meaty right hook that lands, and then a left that dropped Ortega, and he was going on him to try and get the finish. He even got like a cut over Ortega's eye. But whatever, I think Diego Lopes knew he just didn't want to gas himself out because the entire round he was just pacing himself and he was just not trying to gas. But he just looked super crispy on the feet. He even landed a head kick. He was just landing super good, clean shots, man. Props to Ortega. That man really does have a chin, but Diego Lopes gets the win like I knew he was. And what a savage, too. He literally gets right into Grasso's corner to coach her for her fight after just winning like that. Oh, man. Diego Lopes is he's legit, man. And Dana White even said it, man. You're number 3 now. You're number 3. You know, a title shot could be coming real soon, or maybe one more fight before the title shot. But the way he just dominated Brian Ortega in this fight, he looked really good too, man. He looked really good. People were saying, Ortega, you know, the new eagle about the beak, you know, he got his beak grew out. Man, that beak got cracked, bro. Cracked. But great win by Brian Ortega. Now we gotta talk about these fights. Co-main. Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso. I picked Alexa Grasso to win this fight. And Valentina Shevchenko for all 4 rounds took down Alexa Grasso and just got either on top mount or laid on top of Alexa Grasso on half mount. And Alexa Grasso just could not get up. She did try and do something on the bottom. She did try to go for an arm triangle and an arm bar and a ghillie. But Alexa Grasso couldn't finish her. She couldn't do anything, bro. In the 5th round, she does try to do something, but Valentina just would reverse everything. And, you know, just she was winning the striking exchanges as well. But dude, it was just a boring ass fight by Valentina, bro. Boring. She was just like, this fight right here is the reason why WMMA kills the sport of it, dude. Because, man, like, usually in Valentina's fights, she'll be the one, you know, trying to knock somebody out, or, you know, she'll be the striking. But dude, she took Merab's game plan and just, we're gonna talk about that fight right now, but dude, she just took that game plan and just laid on top of Alexa Grasso. In Diego's post-fight interview or whatever in the press conference, he asked, like, oh, you know, what was wrong with Alexa Grasso? And he was just like, Alexa Grasso was just frozen, bro, but hey, man, Valentina wasn't really doing much. She was just laying on top of her, and he was kind of right, man. Like, Valentina just muscled her way, you know, ground and pound for a win, bro, and it was just boring. It was just boring. Like, mind you, after all those crazy fights we just saw, and then we get to this one right here, and it was just a whole buzzkill, bro. It was just like, damn, dude. Like, I wanted it at least to be exciting, but WMMA it's not it. It's really not it. But that's 6 Baja Blasts down, bro. The Mexicans went 2-6. One of them was a robbery. The other one was literally a can fight for the guy to win, bro. This whole card revolved around them, and they stunk it up. But on to the main event. We have Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili, man. And in the first round, Merab Dvalishvili gets 2 takedowns on O'Malley. I had O'Malley winning this fight. I'm pretty sure everybody thought O'Malley was going to win this fight. Let me move mine. Oops. Let me move mine. I'm pretty sure everybody thought that O'Malley was going to win this fight. In the first round, Merab just looked really dominant, bro, and you can just tell O'Malley was out of it. O'Malley was just really out of this fight. He was just like, damn, dude, like, you can tell he wasn't himself. The way he was trying to flow, like, he just knew, like, man, if Merab just takes me down, it's the end of my title run. And it shows, like, the more and more this fight kind of went on, because in the second round, Merab just got O'Malley down and he kept him there, and O'Malley would try, you know, to go for an arm triangle submission, but he did cheat. Herb Dean was not playing tonight, bro. I don't know what was wrong with Herb Dean, bro. I'll give him credit on this. He did see O'Malley try and grab the inside of Merab's glove, and he was not playing around. He told him, yo, don't do that shit. But also in the first round, dude, Merab was just there like, I don't know what Tim Walsh was saying to freaking Merab, dude, but he was like trying to coach Merab or do whatever the hell they did with Aljamain, that he was like, oh, Aljamain, you gotta go, or whatever. I don't know. But Herb D was not playing, bro. But then at the end of that second round, Merab like had O'Malley in like a guillotine, and he was kissing O'Malley's back, and when he lets it go, there was still like 3 seconds left on the clock, and O'Malley gets up and he like throws a couple punches in there, and Herb Dean was like, yo, Merab, stop playing, fool, like, I don't know what's wrong with you, dude, like, you're tripping balls. And eventually Merab stopped playing around, bro. But in the third round, O'Malley finally was just stuffing the takedowns a bit, and he was landing on Merab. But you could just tell Merab was just looking more comfortable in the fight. Like, O'Malley just didn't have the confidence in his striking. He didn't have the ability. He knew he didn't have the ability to I don't know. He just didn't have the confidence in himself to win this fight, bro. Like, he just saw this like, damn, bro, Merab's gonna take me down and it's over for me. And in the fourth round, Merab gets like another takedown after O'Malley was landing a couple nice strikes. But man, Merab was just dominating on the ground, and O'Malley couldn't get up, or he couldn't really do anything to Merab, bro. Like, Merab was just on him. And I said it in my prediction video too. I said in my prediction video, dude, this card is gonna might be good, but if Valentina Shevchenko wins, O'Malley has to win to save this card. And Valentina Shevchenko won, but O'Malley could not save the card, dude. He could not. He just couldn't save the card. And he went to his corner like after that fourth round, and you can just tell O'Malley was just broken. Like, he was just there like, I'm losing this belt, Tim. And Tim's just there like, yo, you're the champ, you know, whatever. But in the fifth round, O'Malley just couldn't do anything. Like, he knew it was over. He was at least trying for a bit. He was, kind of striking. He was hurting Merab a bit. But yeah, like, he knew it was over. Merab is the new champ. And crazy enough, I said it in my prediction video. I was like, Umar's next up, bro. We all know Umar's next up. Like, it's like Dana White had this kind of like planned out. He said, all right, we're going to give Umar Sandhagen just so he can move up. Because Dana White and the entire UFC fan base does not want Merab to be champ, bro. Dude, it's just not, it's not good for the promotion. And they, like, Joe Rogan asks Merab, oh, Umar's next up. And credit to Merab, he just won the belt. He wants to enjoy it a bit, but the man sounds like he was ducking Umar already, bro. Like you should have known by now coming into the fight that Umar was gonna be up next, and that's the fight to make, honestly. But it was so sad to see how O'Malley was just dismantled in this fight, bro. Like, he didn't have this like the ground game or the jiu-jitsu to even like do something to Merab, bro. Like, Merab was just there to dominate the entire 5 rounds. He was like, and I said it in my prediction video too, I was like, I'm not counting on Merab, because if this man, comes out like how he always comes with the stamina and the wrestling, bro, it could be his night, and it was his night. But these last 2 fights really did just shit the bag on a really good card, dude. It was a nice card, the promotion, not the promotions, but the graphics and all that, and the sphere was really cool, the main event. And then you got the co-main and the main card that just stunk it up. It just stunk it up. It wasn't exciting, bro. Like, to see Valentina Shevchenko lay on Alexa Grasso for 5 rounds almost was just horrible, dude. And then Merab doing the same thing on O'Malley. Like, dude, this card was supposed to be something crazy out of this world. Obviously, the prelims did an amazing job. And some of the fights on the main card was really good, dude. But, dude, when it's your co-main and your headliner that's supposed to be carrying this card, bro, and you know, you just have a stunk up performance like that, it sucks. It really does suck. But the Sphere in general, 20 million or 16 million, this should not be worth 20 million or 16 million. In my opinion, it was just like a really upgraded Apex with a lot of good graphics. I'll give them that. They had a lot of good graphics or whatever with a tail to take or whatever the hell, but it's not worth that type of money. But what's next for Merab and O'Malley? I really do want to see O'Malley fight Sandhagen. That would be a really nice fight. Both strikers getting something fresh, no wrestler, and you know, they just duel it out on the feet. Or maybe Sandhagen decides to throw a punch. But we know Umar is gonna get Merab, and their UFC is gonna try and make this fight real quick, bro. And it's probably gonna be like a co-main event because it's gonna be a pure grappling match. Maybe the grapplings do cancel out, but dude, Merab has no striking whatsoever, dude. The dude was just bouncing around the cage like a freaking bunny, waiting for his chance to take down O'Malley. And it's like, with Umar Nurmagomedov, you're not really gonna be able to do that because Umar has his, has grappling, bro. He's a Russian. It's Khabib's blood or whatever. But the thing we saw about Umar is that he has some type of striking with against Sandhagen. And I feel like that type of striking can come into play against Merab. But then again, it's all about Merab's stamina and his wrestling. And I feel like that matchup is going to be really interesting to watch. But overall, I'd give this card like a B. Maybe a B is a little bit too high. Maybe like a C. I don't know, bro. This card was really, really good until we got to the co-main and the main, bro. And I know Dana White right now is just losing his crap, bro. He really did not want Merab to be champ, and now you have Merab as champ. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd rather see Bilal Muhammad fight. That fight against Bilal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards was 10 times more interesting than this. But I know Dana White's losing his brain cells right now. His child, O'Malley, his pay-per-view winner or whatever you want to call it, is gone. And now I'm pretty sure he wanted Alexa Grasso to win. Because now you got old ass Valentina. She's up on the rise. Who do you give Valentina? You'd probably give her Farah. I'd give Valentina Farah, and I think Farah could beat Valentina, bro. She's the younger fighter, and she has grappling, and she is really strong on the feet, and she has good striking. So I think that's Valentina's next fight right there. And for Alexa Grasso, she just becomes irrelevant again. She was only relevant because she had the belt and she was kind of cute or whatever. So you can sell, but right now she's just irrelevant. You can't even run that back. I hope they don't run that fight back. It was a dominant win by Valentina, but Alexa Grasso becomes irrelevant again. But yeah, guys, this was my recap and breakdowns of UFC Noche or Noche UFC 306. I got more videos coming out for y'all. I'll probably do a video on they just announced the John Jones fight. That's a card that I want to do an early prediction or something, or just look at it. I did predict that Bo Nichols would fight either Iskram or Paul Craig, and he did get Paul Craig. It's going to be interesting to see, but yeah, we'll talk about it in that video. I think I'm going to make that video. I'm Jane Epps MMA. You know, like and subscribe, and I'm out, folks.